Are you feeling overwhelmed by debt and you need some strategies to help you overcome it? You're not alone, and there is hope. Today, I'm sharing 10 powerful strategies to help you manage your debt that are often overlooked. In this video, we'll cover practical tips that can transform your debt management habits. Whether you're new to managing debt or looking for ways to improve, these strategies are for you. I'm first going to give you all 10 strategies, and then we're going to go through each of them in detail. So number 1 is create a budget. Number 2 is a debt snowball method. Number 3 is a debt avalanche method. Number 4 is consolidate debt. Number 5 is negotiate with creditors. Number 6 is cut subscriptions. Number 7 is use windfalls wisely. Number 8 is limit credit card use. Number 9 is sell unused items. And number 10 is increase income. So let's get started and dive right into number 1. Create a budget. There it is again. It sounds like tracking your income and especially tracking your expenses really comes into play a lot when it comes to our finances. If you don't know how much you're spending from month to month, then it's going to be awfully tough to recognize just how exactly you can improve on it and what areas you need to work on. Use a budget to identify areas where you can cut back and allocate more funds towards debt repayment. If you want to learn more about the reasoning and process for creating a budget, then please take a look at one of my previous videos that talks about mastering your home budget and how to do it. There are 3 common methods typically for paying off debt that we're going to look at, which can all work for you, but the decision on which one you pick will really depend on how you think through your debt and your finances and which one can keep you motivated and hopeful as you keep moving through the process, and which one also kind of excites you a little bit with the results that it gives you. So the first one we're going to look at is actually strategy number 2, and it's called the debt snowball method. In a nutshell, this method will have you pay off your smallest debts first and help to build momentum and keep you motivated by reducing the amount of debts or the number of debts that you have. And as you eliminate them one at a time, in order from smallest to biggest, you'll see the number of places that you have to put your money will decrease. This method definitely has its place, and if this is a process that you believe will encourage you to keep going and gain momentum, then absolutely go for it, because that's great. This method is geared to help encourage you by reducing your list or number of creditors, which are the people who you owe money to. But from a strictly dollars and cents perspective, if you're concerned about the amount of interest that you're paying from month to month, then there's another strategy or 2 that you should at least take a look at before you decide on which one to go with. One of them is strategy number 3, and it's called the debt avalanche method. And in this strategy, you're going to start by paying off your debts with the highest interest rate first. And that will save you the most money on interest right away or as soon as possible. As you focus on paying off debts with the highest interest rate first, and for most people, this might be a credit card, because that's often the highest interest rate that people are paying debt on, then you'll save more money faster than the previous strategy, as long as you can stick with this one and stay motivated to put as much money towards debt repayment as possible. So again, the critical factor is trying to find a strategy that motivates you to keep going. Strategy number 4 is consolidate debt. If you can combine multiple debts into a single loan with a lower interest rate to simplify payments and reduce interest costs, this will also help a lot of people as they approach their debt mentally, because now instead of having to keep track of multiple payments, they can focus on one. That single act alone can help with your mental health because you have less to keep track of and you're focused on a single point of debt repayment. If you're able to combine multiple debts into one loan with a lower interest rate, this can really help to simplify your payments, reduce your overall interest, and simplify your outlook. Doing this will eliminate the previous 2 strategies if your debts are combined into one debt with one interest rate and no other debt to prioritize. This is essentially what we've done with our Manulife One account here in our household by putting our debts either directly onto a single line of credit or paying off credit cards from that line of credit. But we will talk more about that in an upcoming video. This can also reduce stress by having you deal with one creditor who's expecting payments rather than multiple organizations who are chasing you down for all of their individual payments. Speaking of creditors, that leads us to strategy number 5, negotiate with creditors. Don't just assume that your amount of debt or the interest rate that you're paying on it is locked in and cannot be negotiated. Contact your creditors. who are the people who you owe money to negotiate lower interest rates or more reasonable payment structures that fit your budget, and even share some basic parts of your budget with them. Help to justify why you're asking for a reduced payment schedule. Show them if you can't afford to keep up with your current payments, and tell them what payments you can make. It doesn't mean that they will automatically take your word for it. They may require some sort of documentation to prove it, but negotiate back and forth with them, because many creditors are willing to negotiate lower interest rates or payment plans if you explain your situation and provide some proof. Next, we're going to look at some strategies that can help you by making some smart decisions to either cut costs or increase revenue. Strategy number 6, cut subscriptions. Review and cancel unnecessary subscriptions, memberships, and other things that you are paying for, but maybe you don't have time for. We talked about this in a previous video. Many of us have either become careless or sloppy with subscriptions, either by letting things continue that we aren't using much at all, or subscribing to more entertainment options than we have time to take advantage of. Have a look in the mirror and be honest. What can you axe to reduce your monthly bills? Creating a realistic budget so that you can spend less than you earn and focus on repaying debt will force you to make some hard decisions on where you can cut expenses. And subscriptions can be a great place to start. Strategy number 7, use unexpected income or windfalls wisely. When you get unexpected income like overtime or a bonus at work or a tax return refund or inheritance or really any income that isn't expected, then apply this to your debt. I want to help you get your debt under control and eliminate it so that you can put more money away for the future. But start by putting excess money towards eliminating this financial burden that most everyone carries in some form or another. I had a weird situation myself happen at work this past year where some company shares were unexpectedly cashed in. And as much as it would have been nice to splurge on tools or electronics or renovate part of the house or get a new vehicle, we put nearly all of the money into our Manulife One account. And that contributed, combined with some other things that happened, to drastically reducing our mortgage this past year, which again, we're going to talk about more in the future. Strategy number 8, limit credit card use. Some of you know how dangerous you can be with a credit card, especially when you're hungry or you're feeling sad about something that happened during your day. Avoid or reduce your use of credit cards, especially for new or optional purchases, and focus on paying down your existing balances. We talked in a previous video about how using cash is a great strategy to help you spend less, especially when you can limit it and run out of your allotted amount. Maybe that means that you take a certain amount with you to the mall or the store, and once you use it up, that's it. That's all. You're not using your credit card as a backup. Not only does the act of using cash mean that you have to think harder about what you're going to do and give you pause as you hand it over to a merchant for a good or service, but it's a great visual reminder of what 50 or 500 in cash feels like and looks like, as opposed to simply tapping a plastic card on a machine and finding out at the end of the month how much you've spent. Strategy number 9, sell unused items. A lot of us forget how many things we have around the home that still have value that we're not using that we could turn into cash. Not only this, but clutter in our houses and our lives in general produces more stress on people's lives than we realize. So not only is clutter getting in the way of you being more productive, it's causing you some seen or unseen stress. And in some cases, it becomes an overwhelming reminder that you have so much to do or to work on or to sort through or to get a handle on. So declutter your home or garage and sell some things that you no longer need. The extra breathing room will do you good mentally, and the extra cash can go directly towards debt repayment. Kind of like some bonus payments over and above what you've budgeted for, kind of like some bonus payments over and above what you've budgeted for and what you're aiming to put towards your debt. Lastly, we have strategy number 10. Increase income. My workplace is good at reminding us as workers that we are responsible for our own career. So don't rely on the company to read your mind about what you're expecting or hoping for or aiming towards. If you want to earn more money at work, whether you see an opportunity to advance or not, talk to your supervisor or management about what path may exist for you to advance or increase your wage. They will likely appreciate the ambition, or they will let you know that you've risen as high as you can in that company and you can start looking for another job or opportunity elsewhere. But beyond that, consider side gigs or freelance work to boost your income and allocate the extra money again towards your debt reduction. Take night classes to advance your career or to learn a new skill. Drive for a ride sharing service or deliver goods through a delivery service. We certainly live in a time when the potential options for side gigs have exploded. So find something that you have the skills, experience, and tools for and develop a side hustle. If you're struggling to stay motivated with these strategies, or you just can't see a way out, maybe you're overwhelmed by the situation that you're in right now, then contact a professional. There are lots of options for reducing your debt, and a professional can help you see some new options or explain some ones to you that maybe you weren't quite understanding to begin with. So let's quickly recap these 10 strategies for you and go over them one more time. Strategy number 1, create a budget. Strategy number 2, the debt snowball method. Strategy number 3, the debt avalanche method. Strategy number 4, consolidate debt. Strategy number 5, negotiate with creditors. Strategy number 6, cut subscriptions. Strategy number 7, use unexpected income or windfalls wisely. Strategy number 8, limit credit card use. Strategy number 9, sell unused items. Strategy number 10, increase income. Thanks for watching, and remember, managing debt and reducing it is a process. But with these strategies, you're well on your way to a much healthier financial place.